Hi guys, it's the one and only Melanin Goddess Latina, and I'm going to be talking to you about my research topic, and it is on the trauma amongst emancipated foster youth transitioning into adulthood, something that I can relate to. So let's see. So these are pretty much some of the emotional scars that foster youth carry with them as they transition into adulthood. So things such as a lack of trust, confusion, anger, anxiety, isolation, guilt, shame, numbness, fear, loneliness. All these emotional scars stem from the trauma that they face throughout, being in foster care. So a foster youth is a minor of unsound mind for whom a guardian has been appointed by a court or who has become directly subject to the authority of that court. And then they are placed in a placement, whether it's with family or a foster parent or a group home, up until they turn the age 18 or graduate high school. Emancipation, so emancipated foster youth is when you age out of the foster care system and you're no longer a ward of the court. So you're a concerned adult and you're supposed to have everything figured out, right? So, some U.S. statistical data from 2015 on foster youth aging out of foster care I found was more than 23,000 children will age out of the U.S. foster care system every year. After reaching the age of 18, 20% of the children who were in foster care will become instantly homeless. Let's see. There is less than a 3% chance for children who have aged out of foster care to earn a college degree at any point in their life. And let's see, 7 out of 10 girls who age out of the foster care system will become pregnant before the age of 21. Crazy, right? So the problem that I feel is with the whole emancipated foster youth population was perfectly explained in one of my articles that I found. So although several policies have increased services and funding for the emancipated foster youth population, overall their outcomes have not significantly improved. In terms of educational achievement, employment, and well-being, many continue to fail poorly in young adulthood. Further policies and practice improvements may need to be implemented. The population of youth transitioning has far outpaced the funding available. State and program eligibility requirements may be eliminating the most vulnerable from services. In many states, there is inadequate provision of basic needs such as housing and healthcare. So due to lack of services, these youth turn to substance abuse, they become homeless, no education, no financial stability, and they engage in deviant behaviors that lead to criminal activity. So some gaps in research that I found are there's not a lot of success stories, like foster youth are basically painted as at-risk, troubled individuals. So like myself, I'm a success story. So I feel like there's not a lot of my stories being told. Another one, let's see. There's not a lot of current research on trauma among emancipated foster youth transitioning to adulthood. Most research surrounds the foster youth population younger than age 18. So a lot of the research data was on foster youth who are actually in the system already. Sorry. How can we better service? I'm looking at the time. How can we better serve emancipated foster youth transitioning to adulthood? The intervention that spoke to me was the idea of natural mentoring. And that was, so this is a caring adult in a youth's pre-existing social network that the youth himself or herself already knows and identifies. And the natural mentoring could be incorporated into standard child welfare permanency planning and independent living practices within foster care agencies in order to increase opportunities and supports that will more fully prepare the youth for the challenges associated with the transition to adulthood. So I even had a mentor once I got into college. I was naturally drawn to one of my professors who is still in my life today. So yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's really important because the main thing that administrative foster youth face is like a lack of support, and you never know like how family dynamics are if they even have family. So I think natural mentoring is one that stood out for me. Um, and then with that intervention and many other ones, I think that will replace the emotional scars with positive changes such as ability to trust, power, growth, happiness, self-worth, confidence, resilience, peace, joy, ability to let go. And it'll create more balance and stability in the lives of those emancipated fosters transitioning into adulthood. That's just all. It was a 5-minute presentation, so I had a lot more information I wanted to provide that I kind of skipped over, but I was like, it's my second go at it, and the first time it was like 15 minutes, so that's why I'm like, so thanks for listening. Bye.